Hi, my name is Marge Bantz. I am an angel reader, spiritual medium, spiritual life coach, and today I'm here to help you manifest your goals for 2020. We are working through the book. It has to do with law of attraction. So we are on, this is episode 3. We had just finished doing our vision boarding for these pages that fold in on themselves, and that's exactly where we're going to pick up. 26 has my most important life goals. I went ahead and put my vision board right over the top of that. What are my specific goals, and by when do I want to achieve them? Well, if you've just done your vision board, you can go ahead and take a marker and write on there, I want this by such and such a day. So go ahead and mark on your vision board. Also come back to it frequently, because this is the reminder of why you're doing all of this and what it is you want to bring by the end of the year. You don't want to go through all of 2020 kind of haphazardly and then at the very end look back and say, oh geez, I didn't get anything done. This kind of helps to keep you on track as well. So I'm hoping that not only are you looking at your vision board, but you're also working your way back through all of these goal setting pages that we finished, okay? But starting on page 27, this is something that I would recommend you do every single day. If you're really trying to raise your positive vibration to match that which the universe is trying to send to you, higher frequency, it's important to start each day being grateful for something. I personally keep a gratitude journal where every day I get up, I write something that I am grateful for. Sometimes I even send thank you notes or a little note of gratitude to people in my life so that I know that I'm spreading that positive attitude out. And on those days when you're feeling down, come back to this page to remind yourself what it is you're so grateful for, all the blessings that you have been given. Page 28 has to do with understanding your habits, recognizing the habits that you want to change, and how you plan on changing them. We need to understand that we get stuck in ruts sometimes because we don't want to ask others to help. We don't want to delegate jobs to other people. What skills do you want to master? What habits do you want to change? And then what items can I delegate to others? And what cost would that be to me? A lot of times when we're going through our life experience, we develop our narrative, and a lot of times it has to do with being wounded. So we tell our story from the wounded self. I survived an abusive relationship. I had a boyfriend who da 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 da. So we start to identify ourselves by the woundages in our life. And that becomes our narrative. So this page actually encourages you to rewrite your story, not based on what has happened, not based on the woundage that has occurred, but more on what is it you want your story to actually look like. What is your new narrative? Write your new chapter. Write your next chapter. And it actually gives you a space to do that. I say this space is not big enough. You might want to start actually keeping a journal so that you can rewrite your narrative into what it is you want it to be. It actually has like the big goal, like in 5 years, what is it that I want to have changed in 5 years? But in order to get there, I kind of have to chunk it into smaller things. So the 1 year mark, I should be at this. To break that down even further, like in 9 months, I need to be here in order to make that mark. In 6 months, I need to be doing this in order to make that mark. So this helps you chunk those goals. Another mind map for action plans. So these take your time doing, figuring out what are your mid-marker goals along the way. This is the page that we're gonna launch you into 2020 with. Okay, page 32, we have what says design my next 90 days. So we talked about how to change a habit in 21 days. This is going to set it up for the next 90 days. 90 days is 3 months. So we're already into February, so that would take us into April. What do you want to have happen between now and April? Okay, and it's very detailed questions, but you need to be thinking between now and the 1st of May, this is what should be happening in my life. It's a 90-day goal. And the nice thing is you establish your goals here. This journal actually has little ribbons that you can lay into those areas, lay into these important pages that you have to come back and reflect on, and this happens to be one of them. When you're done with your 90 days, you work through this page, which is opposite of it, and it says a reflection of my past 90 days. What were my achievements? What were my distractions, my roadblocks? How did I make myself feel good? people that I learned from, who inspired me. Keep track of those things. You need to build a network of people who can help you step into the next phase of your life. If you're hanging out with people who hold you in that lower vibration, chances are you're not going to have enough energy, or you're not going to be able to set your sail to move in the direction that you want to move into. So keep track of the people who are aligning for you. Who is the universe sending your way to help you move into that next section? Okay, this is a great place to keep track of all of that. Once you get into your actual calendar, you'll notice that it's not dated. You can date it yourself, but it gives you day to day, what's my action plan for today? What is it I want to get done today? What are my priorities? Then it gives it here. We talked about this quite a while ago. This has to do with where is my vibration? Where is my frequency at in this moment? So remember we talked about you don't want to be down here. The higher your vibration, the more in tune you will be with the universe. So this daily helps you evaluate where you're at, what led to that, and how can you improve it. And so it does little self-reflections here to help raise you on that bridge. Also, there's a beautiful, I love this part, daily notes or mind blips, because things will come through. This kind of has an awakening moment, but you don't want to lose that thought, but you always think, well, I'm going to remember that later. No, you won't. So this has a great big space for you to write that stuff down. So now you're into the meat of it. Go ahead and fill out your calendars. Here, I'll show you how I've started. See, here's my February. Look at the big month. And these are my goals for the month, and it lists them on the sides. Action steps. This is what I plan to do this month to make sure that I'm reaching these goals. Then you can fill it out daily, according to what your action plans were, what it is you want to achieve, time of day, block, make sure you're blocking yourself off for stuff. And this is where I'm at on my vibrational thing. My victories, my how did it go, okay? But then my mind mapping things. So you're now into the meat and bones of your journal. Make sure that you take the time to fill it out. Reflect back on the early pages. Make sure you reflect back on those frequently, because that's what's going to carry you through the whole year. I carry my journal with me everywhere. It keeps track of all my notes, all my mind thoughts, all my blips throughout the year. I hope you do the same. Enjoy!